we're lucky enough here today to have the man behind the numbers in Ben Galea, the director of Forever Funding, family-run business. We know the wife looks after most of it, but what we wanted to have a chat today about is I'm just sitting here across from you now. I'm pitching you, trying to pull Gordon Tallis's head off. I'm listening to you carry on after a grand final, as you should.
Yep.
But what I want to know is how did you get into to finance? How did this moment right now come about?
Oh, mate, it all started. I used to work at Westpac. I had some mates who were working in the industry. Those guys moved on from Westpac and started working for a big aggregator. I thought, what a great opportunity to work with my mates. I'd obviously come from a team environment where I was used to hanging out with my good mates. So again, this was an opportunity to move across into somewhere with people that I was familiar with. And so I was given a consulting role at a big aggregator, and it started all from there.
The interesting thing I find about ex-athletes going into different businesses, we get nervous when we're retired. There's this anxiety there where no one wants to admit it because we've been in an environment for 10 years where you're not allowed to show weakness.
Yep.
But going into a business by yourself, yes, you work with your mates, but it's on you. It's on you and your family to succeed. You take a lot of good habits from sport, don't you? Like business and sport, as much as we talk about that, they line up closer than people think.
Oh, absolutely, mate. I was terrified when I started. Absolutely terrified. But the thing is, I knew I had a good work ethic. I knew I was reliable. I was honest. All these things that I learned playing rugby league about, dedication, commitment, they were transferable. I knew that if I put that same amount of commitment into any role, any business, that it would be successful. And that's what I've done. I started at the bottom as a consultant, worked long, hard hours for another company to build my profile, to build my skills. And once I became very good at what I do, which is finance, I went out on my own. They encouraged me to go out and start my own company because I was doing so well. I was doing big numbers for their company. And they said, look, you're going to be more successful if you start doing this on your own. So I said, stuff it, let's go. And I took a plunge, took a risk, but it was a risk I knew would work because I knew I had the runs on the board. I'd put the work in, and I was going to be dedicated to making it work.
Well, being a client for Forever Funding from day one, I have to say to you, as soon as someone says, oh, you're about to buy a car, says finance, I've got a board. Yeah. I've got a board that goes up straight away in front of me. And the one thing I think you guys have done well is you've taken that anxiety out of that process. Because when someone says, oh, you've got to finance your car, your first thing you say, I'm going to get ripped off. I don't want to give them a bank details. I don't want to give them this. But the one thing you've done really well, and I'm being biased here because I've been a client for over 10 years, is it's about the people. Yes, the numbers and that get done, and that's what your team does a really good job. But to me, your business is built around the people, the relationship you build with people.
You have to. You have to. Man, I'm exactly the same as you.
I wouldn't say that out loud.
Yeah, I know you wouldn't. But mate, the same as me. Whenever I've got to buy a new car, whenever I've got to get a new loan, I'm terrified.
Yeah.
And I'm in the industry and I'm terrified.
Yeah.
So people who don't know anything about finance, they don't know anything about loans.
Yeah.
It's all foreign to them. So what we try and do is make people as comfortable as possible.
Yeah.
We try and be fast. The thing about when you're applying for finance, and you don't want to be waiting for days and days. No. It gets in your head. You start thinking, oh, what's happening? Why haven't they approved it? It makes you nervous. You feel uncomfortable. You get that sick feeling in your guts. We don't want people to have that. We want to try and get the loans approved as fast as we can, give the people the information that they need when they need it. And at the end of the day, we just want to get them into their car or get them the personal loan, give them the money as fast as we can so they can get on with their lives and be happy with what they've decided to do.
And the big part of your business as well, yes, you brought the car, yes, you've done through the finance, but it doesn't stop there, does it? No. It's the relationships, the phone calls after, and the referrals from them. That's the big part of your business, making sure that the clients are happy for long periods of time.
Well, absolutely. The best client is the one that keeps coming back, so you've got to make sure that they're happy. Many things happen, over the term of a loan. People might have an accident, the car gets stolen, so we've always got to be there. Someone might need a payout letter for their loan. So we're there all the time to give them the support they need right through their loan, because we want to be their first point of call next time they decide that they need a loan. We're happy to give them the support. They're our family, they're our finance family, and we've got to give them all the best support that we can so that they come back and they're happy with our business.
Now, we're talking about family. You're a father of three. And we want to know a bit more about you. I've seen you down. You've coached the local rugby league. I've seen you involved in netball, touch football. What's Ben do away from his finance?
Chase the kids. That's what I do, mate. Like yourself. Also got 3 kids.
Have you ever caught them?
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't either.
It's a lifelong battle. But mate, in winter, my kids play 2 sports each in winter. So I spend every weekend running around between sport to sport. 2 sports every weekend each. They've also got to train for those sports through the week. So my wife and I are very busy, but we love it. We love seeing the kids develop, seeing them have fun. Because when I was growing up, I loved sport. I think that's made me the person that I am today. The fact that I was able to play in team sports, it gets you to understand different people, different cultures, and helps you grow as a person. And so I've enjoyed watching my kids do that, and see them develop into good young humans.
And what about when you need time away? Like you and Jules, are you the sort of people that go, you know what, I just need an afternoon to take my wife for coffee, you need a holiday? How do you unwind and get away from the rigours of finance, watching the Tigers at the moment? That would be hard.
It's hard.
And to get away from the grind of day-to-day work?
Oh, mate, it all starts for me in the morning, as you know.
Yeah.
You and I, we train a bit together. So my getaway is at 5:30 every morning. I get up, I go to the gym, or we go for a run together. And then we go to the coffee shop, have a coffee, and relax and solve all the world's problems.
We've created some, I think.
Yeah, we have. We like to get what we can off our chest.
Yep.
If there's any dramas in our lives, we can talk about it openly. And I think that helps. In my life, certainly does. And I'm sure you'd say the same. It's our opportunity to talk to each other, and if anything's worrying us, we get it off our chest in the morning, and then we're ready for the day. I don't know, do you feel the same way? Or?
I reckon the one thing, as ex-athletes, we like routine. Yeah. And if we can keep routine in our lives, it's good. And there's a lot of talk these days about mental health. We know so much more about it. But yes, to get up and go the run, we go to the gym where you bully us with the weights, that's demoralising for us. But that's another show. Yeah. But I think it's the conversations that you have around the coffee table. You say, how are the kids today? We're having a tough week here. Geez, business is tough. And it's those moments in the morning that clears your head and allows you to start for the day ahead and whatever comes in front of you. Well,
mate, absolutely. Look, work starts, in our industry, 8:30, 9 o'clock, mate. You've got to be ready to go. Yeah. The customer can call you at any time. So we need to get it out of the way early. Yeah. I don't have time for doing anything late at night, because again, I'm either chasing the kids or I've got customers that need to be serviced. Most of my clients, can call you any time. Finance is an industry where people can't call you a broker during work hours because they're doing their own stuff. So we're there. It's a pretty much a 24-hour business. We're there to take calls. Any time of the day, really. That's why we like to get it all done early, get it out of the way, and then we've got a clear head, ready to start the day. Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a wrap, and this is on camera, so this is going to be the one and last time. I think that the one thing that's drawn me to Forever Funding most of all, and we'll end on this today, is the people. And as we've spoken about, finance, as soon as you say those words, I've got sweats. You get anxiety about what's about to happen. But the one thing you guys have done really well, it's a family business, but it's also the people first. So, Ben, congratulations on what you set up, and let's hope for many more exciting times in the future.
Thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Good
well
man.
Done.
Thanks, Hads.